Hare Krishna. The gap between expectations and the reality is called as frustration. We may have the big desires, our expectation may be high, but reality is something else, and that is the cause of our frustration. For example, we may want someone to do some particular thing in a perfect way, but if that doesn't happen, we will get frustrated, isn't it? But we have to understand that nothing in the world is going to go as we want. Of course, there will be some problems. We have to admit that. It is said, Padam Padam Yadavipadam Natesham. At every steps, there will be difficulties and miseries. So, is that mean that we should be always frustrated? Oh, this is not going in my way. Not like that. We have to deal with it. How to deal with it? So, number one is that we have to give up looking perfection in others. This is the biggest cause of frustration, right? We seek perfection in our nation. Oh, this nation is imperfect. It will not give me any pleasure. We say this organization is not perfect. It cannot give me pleasure. And this relationship, my spouse is not well. You know, she is cause of my frustration. She is not perfect. She don't know perfect dealings like that. But in the search of search of perfection, we forget to see perfection in our own self. So if you want to deal with this thing called as a frustration, one thing is that improve yourself. If you look into your own improvement, into your own perfection, then you will forget about others' imperfection, and you will become happy. You will lose your frustration. Second thing, perseverance, right? One should be very perseverant. If he is not perseverant, he will get surely frustrated. Just like there is a wonderful example of saint of India called as Srila Prabhupada. He went to the New York and he wanted to establish the Radha Krishna temple, first Radha Krishna temple in New York. And he was seeking help from his god brothers from India and government from India, and he had some countable followers, but he didn't get any help. But he didn't lose his patience. He tried hard, and within 1 decade, people could see that throughout the globe there were 100 temples Prabhupada constructed. Right, so because of the perseverance, he could do that. He was not frustrated. Oh, government is not helping me. Americans are not helping me. My own god brothers are not helping me. What should I do? No. He had the quality of perseverance, right? So he could deal with frustration. Third thing is that one has to understand God has some plan for me. If this is not working, something other will work. Right? For example, we may invest some money in somewhere and we are expecting some result, but what happens? Nothing is going to go in our own way. There will be some problems and we get the less result, and then we get frustrated. Right, so we have to understand there is some good plan for me. I should keep trying like that. Fourth is to understand the time shall pass. Krishna tells in the Bhagavad Gita, Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshtu sukhudukkada agama payino nityam tam titishasva bharatam. Oh Arjun, just try to tolerate everything. This miseries and happiness is just caused because of your sense perception. They don't have any permanent thing in this material world, but just because of your sense perception, you are realizing that. So one has to just tolerate. One should understand that this frustration is not going to, or this misery or depression is not going to go all together in my life. One day they have to go. Just like summer is coming and winter is going, and the rainy season is coming, then summer goes like that. This frustration will also go one day. Nothing to get bothered about that. And the fifth thing is taking shelter of God. What is the cause of frustration? One of the biggest cause of frustration, we think that this whole world is my servant. We think that whole world should run after me. Whole world should revolve after me. I am the cause of everything. And when we think that, and even little thing goes here and there, we get frustrated. And so that's why when we take a shelter of God, we understand, no, God is center of everything, and including me, everyone revolves around him. So when we give up this conception that I am the cause of everything, I am the doer, I am the proprietor, I am the controller. And when we give this idea, then there are chances, 100% chances that we can get rid of this frustration. So I hope understand these 5 things. And also one very nice quote I remember, that people generally say that if I take to the God consciousness, if I take to the spirituality, I will lose something. Yes, you will lose something, but what you will lose? You will lose your frustration and all sufferings. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.